Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to an episode of Evony Ghost, otherwise known as Brandon. I had another YouTube channel a while back, Evony with Brandon, but um, my phone got stolen in Korea, and apparently losing your phone is worse in life than losing your wallet. So today I just wanted to go over, I just wanted to go over and make a video about Blazons because with my alliance itself, this is something that I find that. I spend more time talking about than with other on other topics, I should say. Just a couple things to cover. First off, the target group for this is it's not like a hey, coin, coin, coin. You know, this is more of a hey, if you coin a lot, you're gonna get a lot out of it, right? But obviously, not a lot of us coin all that much. So even if you don't coin so much, or if you don't coin at all, you could still learn something from this. So please um, ask some questions if I'm missing something, or if you have a question about something in the comments. So First off, there's two different sets of Blazons, and this is my recommendation. So you have an attacking set and a defending set for every single one except for your mounted. Your mounted troop is going to have an attacking set and then one attacking monster, right? So, me personally, I don't even follow my own recommendation, but um, when you have your if you are a setter for an alliance, oh shit, if you are a setter for an alliance, I recommend you go all attacking because it's going to give you debuff that the march is actually utilizing, right? Like when attacking, enemy troop attack 5%, enemy troop defense 5%, right? This is always active. But if you're a defender, I recommend you go for the defending set, right? So here I have one attacking, 2 of 6, because, like, yeah, I'm still trying to transfer this over, and this is a really good Blazon, so I kind of don't want to. And I'm still working on mine myself, so don't judge me. But looking at these is kind of going to contradict what I'm about to say later in the video. But anyway, like these buff sets, right? Enemy ground troop attack 20%. If you're a rally joiner, you don't get that. So unless you have the full 6 of 6, um, you're dedicating the entirety of this Blazon set to that 10% bonus, right? Because the setter, the person usually with the highest amount of buff, is going to have um, that debuff, right? And your debuff really isn't going to do anything. So just keep that in mind. My recommendation is to go for a full defense set, kind of like this one, when defending, when defending, when defending. So that way you're getting the debuff as well as you're getting a increase in buff percentage as well on your defense, right? So yeah, that's just recommendation. Okay, so which to focus? So there's different target groups, right? So obviously a lot of the people that play Evony, especially the coin free players. Sorry, um, you guys you guys are a little a little lower on the totem pole, right? So um, you don't really have the build yet, right? To focus some of the stuff that other people are focusing, right? So what I'm saying this for is, like, why would you focus siege machines when siege machines are like you're not getting hit by siege, you know what I mean? So for your calves, obviously, like focusing cav HP would be a huge one, especially if you're like a T1 trap. That'd probably be like where you get the most juice out of your squeeze, right? Whereas myself, I focus my siege first. This is my complete set. So um, also something to focus, and I'm gonna get on this a little bit later on. But like what exactly you're accepting, right? So um, as you level up from level 10 to 15, a new attribute, or level 10 and level 15, a new attribute is um, offered, and you can get something like troop load or something like that. So you kind of have to know when to cut your losses, right? So like I was saying earlier, if you're a rally joiner, I recommend having 100% recommend having like when defending buffs, kind of like my ground is. I haven't messed with this one yet. I haven't gotten around to it, but that's where you're going to get the most juice out of your squeeze. Whereas with the cav, it's always going to be this set. Don't worry about the other set, the soul set, because like the extra attack against monster really just isn't worth it And if you're a setter, like I am, I would recommend having when attacking bonuses for each one because you're going to get debuff, especially that 4 out of 6 bonus at least, and then the 6 out of 6 just kind of like the icing on the cake, right? So you're not so worried about the 6 out of 6. It's just really getting that debuff out of your rallies, right? Helping your team hit harder in the rally itself. Cool. So um, now we're going to go into something different. So when I first started doing Blazons a couple years ago when they came out, I was very, very confused. So this is something that I think is really going to help the community, and I just really wanted to share. It's the Blazon filters, right? So if we go to Blazon type, we're not worried about this. Troop, not worried about this. Say, okay, so put it in a scenario. Say our we just got a pack or something like that, or you're that person that saved up or coined to get the max stack of Blazons, the 1500 Blazons, right? So let's go ahead and open some. Oh, looks like I opened all of mine. Yep. So, okay, I still have some, but you just open all these Blazons, right? It's still a scenario. So, one, these filters are game changing, right? Because these buffs that you select, attack, defense, HP, that basically says, hey, all of the 3 Blazons that I have a choice of selecting, I want in this, right? And then set type, you could do your attack or defense, right? So say you're a rally joiner and you want the defense set, you would select this, vice versa with the attacking set, right? Blazon type, you're not so worried about. Troop, and this is going to kind of like break it down a little more, right? But you're not so worried about that either at the moment. But effective condition, right? And this right here is where you make your money, because as you see, you have in rally, all monster, reinforcing, defending, attacking, and then there's troop load, but obviously it's not showing in this. So we're going to go ahead and select the overall, attacking, and defending, right? And then here you want this to meet 2 or more of the attributes. So basically what this is saying is that 2 or more of those attributes on a level 1 Blazon are going to meet the filters that we have selected above, right? So after this, we're going to go ahead and confirm. And now I have 193 Blazons, right? So this is including the Blazons that I already have locked, but if you look at this, in rally and attacking, right? Defending. We have in rally and mounted troop attack, in rally and rally, right? And if we keep going down a little bit, randomize, we have siege machine defense and defending, siege machine defense, right? So this is this information right here is huge, right? And here is something that you can do with that 193 is you can lock the filter results and then just hit confirm, and it's gonna lock every single one of the Blazons that you have, right? So if you're following what I'm saying to a T, and you're just giving up on the souls, which you 100% should, you go ahead and unlock these right here, just the souls, because there's no good value in it, right? Evony is a huge long-term game, and if you're like me and you're trying to make, like, yeah, I spend, but I try to make the most out of what I have, and that's how I have like the buffs of some of these people that are like VIP 25, some of the VIP 26, right? It's just through like playing smart, right? Getting the buff that you can get and making the most out of that buff, right? So your Blazons, and this is gonna like really bridge over here in a second, but your Blazons are really hard to come by, no matter how much you coin, and unless you're spending like $2,000 a month, you're not going to have a perfect Blazon set anytime soon. Especially if this is the first time that you're like learning about this kind of stuff, right? Like I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and my stuff isn't even perfect, right? So the reason I say this is now we have all of this for extra stuff we can like consume into extra other Blazons, right? So let's go ahead and find a Blazon that we do not like. So I believe, yep, I did my cav attack, all my siege is good. So what I do here is I often like to lock my Blazons that I want to keep. So if I have in rally reinforcing. So I'm going to unlock this here against monsters, unlock that, against monsters, unlock. Okay, that's good. That's good, and that's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and go for, sure, the attacking set. So now I'm going to go ahead and lock this again, and then go to one of these Blazons that are currently locked. So I have in rally, crowd trip attack, a double generic. Very good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and hit auto select. This is going to select the first two Blazons on your list, and if you hit this Blazon core, right, it's going to use the Blazon cores instead of consuming your Blazons first. So we're going to go ahead and get this to level 10. Okay, and then we got training capacity, right? So this brings me into the very last part of what I want to talk about for this video is when to give up. So yeah, it's very frustrating seeing Blazons like these, where you just spent probably 50 or so Blazons putting into this to get it to level 10, or say you do it at level 15 and you get a very bad attribute like this. Like, you have the choice to either keep pushing through or just give up right then and there and then scrap it to the next, right? And this, for me, is one of the biggest game changers, is just learning to give up, right? So I have a little system that I like to use, is when it hits level 10, I will just consume it for the next Blazon. Oh, cool, we have another one. So what I mean by this is now we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of our Blazons. Okay, right here. And then select, and this is going to take us right to level 9, right? So that way we don't have to worry about over leveling, under leveling, or anything like that. One more click of a button, boom, and it's level 10, reinforcing. Yep, great. So that's going to get deselected too, right? It's the game you play with Blazons. So now we're going to go to this next one, and hopefully we can get this past level 10, and hopefully past level 15. But yeah, it's kind of the game that you play with Blazons, right? And that was the biggest thing with me, is just learning, hey, I need to give up on this, reinforcing. Amazing. So, when do I give up, you know? And that's a perfect, like, this is the best chance or best way to see it, is when it hits level 10. When it hits level 15, you know, it's kind of a little more heartbreaking, but let's imagine that this Blazon did hit level 15, right? And we got into this um, this bad Blazon that we don't want to keep, right? So um, when it hits level 10, I obviously consume them, but when it goes and hits level 15, then I come to the smelter and I put it in there, right? So putting the Blazon into the smelter is going to give you this little Blazon crystal, right? And these Blazon crystals are essential for refining your Blazon, right? So when you go ahead and not refine, sorry, cultivate your Blazons. So when you go ahead and cultivate your Blazons, you hit this button, and it's kind of like refining gear, because it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, and then next thing you know, one's done, two's done, three's done, four's done. Right? Easiest way to say it. But there's a little bit of a trick to it. When you go to cultivate your Blazons, the easiest way I've found to do it is try to keep them all equal, right? So as you get them up to the max, and then you can click this little lock button over here. It costs more of these Blazon crystals for you to be able to accept or do another refine, right? So when you get one up, it's going to cost 12, two is 15, and three is 25 of these Blazon crystals until you get that fourth one all the way maxed, right? So why not sit there and play your early game with these a little more cautious, right? So say here with this, let's go to a different one. Yeah, right here. So say with this fourth one, right? The third and fourth one are always going to go up a little bit higher than the first and second. So say this third or this fourth one right here has like a +3, but I have -1, -1, -1. So yeah, it's going to give me an even power exchange. I would deny it. You know, don't accept that, because then you're just pushing this up, and then all of the other ones are going down that you have to make up for, and you're going to have to pay for it later. you know, or and this is something that happens to me all the time is you get like a um, what is it, a like a +3, +1, +2 or something like that, and then your highest one that's all the way up here, it goes like -1, you know, like one whole percentage taken off of it. I accept those, right? And it's because that's going to come back and it's costing me less blazing core, right? Because the game's going to push one super high and then let the other ones catch up, you know? So outplay the game, you know? Like don't accept shitty trades or trades that you think are good at the time, I guess. That's going to give you the best like right now buff, you know, because it's going to cost you more in the long run, and it's legitimately 1% or whatever. So don't be losing sleep over it, right? But this was my little TED talk on Blazons, right? I plan on making a couple videos. I made Battlefield videos on this one. I just really haven't. I'm not gonna lie. I've been pretty lazy to even want to try to give a how-to video. But that's my little thing on Blazons. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe.